Have you or your kids ever wanted to do character voices? Because there's a huge opportunity right now in that space. I get hundreds of scripts all the time for people who have YouTube shows, Instagram shows, TikTok shows. And right now in this video, I'm going to show you just how real the opportunity is. This is the site Voice123. This is where I get some of my voiceover work. And as you can see, this audition right here is for $300. That's not bad. Let's take a look and see what they've got. So we could scroll down here and we'll take a look and see that it's Craniac's motion comic variety of roles. There's tons of roles available for this project. Wide range of kid voices, also some adults as well. And I think they said the kid voices must sound like a kid, but preferably an adult who can do a kid voice. So if you have that talent, then you might have a chance here as well. I've attached a document breaking down all the characters and their traits. Make sure you slate it, yada, yada, yada. This is going to be on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And here's the script. So we got Bo. He's high energy but friendly, optimistic, positive vibes. He's our lead hero. See, I didn't even know that adults could do this. That's why I was making the video. I wanted to show that like kids are getting voiceover work too. So rushing out the door for school, talking to an AI hologram is thanks, Graham. I don't know what we'd do without you, or how Dad could run Futura. Riding his hoverboard, cocky, joking. It's an awesome responsibility being the coolest kid in school. That's kind of like Pee Wee Herman a little bit. All right, grabbing your brother. Who we got here? This is Darby. Darby O'Gill and the Little People. Rough and tough. Sporter roller girl.
If you can pull yourself away from your after-school Robo-Smasher game, I have the perfect way for us to celebrate Shatterday.
Shatterday? That's perfect.
But hey, if you want to turn back, I'm sure everybody in school will understand. Why would they think less of you?
All right, so see, as you can see, this could be like pretty fun, plus you make some money. Now, I'll be honest, a lot of these gigs, they say no budget or zero budget, and a lot of these things are just starting out. But if you're just starting out, it could be a great way to get your feet wet in the voiceover industry and maybe possibly make a name for yourself. Who knows? You could be the next it's not Mel Brooks, not Mel Torme, it's Mel Blanc, you know, who did
That's all, folks.
And I thought I putty that. I did see a putty that. I'll say. Wannabe hero. So look at all these characters. Maury, Veronica, Lou, Ethan, Jess, Max, blah, 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 on and on and on. If this is your jam, there's a lot of work. Lots of work coming in all the time. I, for the most part, kind of ignore it because, number one, they usually don't pay anything. These are a lot of pet projects that people have. But this one pays $300. I might throw my name in the ring, but I just wasn't sure if it was something that I wanted to do or not. But I would like to talk to you more about my overall voiceover gig. This is on the site Fiverr.com, and as you can see, I've made $247,000 on this site. I highly recommend getting on there because, number one, it is free to sign up. You just have to come up with your own samples and work if you've never done any before, and basically just create a gig profile, and then the work comes to you every day. I'm going to quickly break down the steps that you can take to get started today. This is all free information, by the way, after over 10 years of voiceover experience. Go ahead and get yourself a mic. You can start with something like a Blue Yeti, but eventually you want to get a condenser mic. This one's a Neumann TLM 103. I just keep it simple. Go on eBay. Just make sure that you're dealing with a reputable person or company. That's the only thing. Disclaimer. Then you can get yourself a recording device like a Zoom for less than $300, or get yourself like an Apollo Twin or a Scarlett Red, and then this is called an interface, and you'll be able to hook up into your computer so that you can record yourself. Got to get an XLR cable as well as a pop filter. This is for your P's and B's, and so that you don't go pop, pop, pop into the mic. it will sound like crap, and people will not want to listen to that. You can get a lot of this stuff at Guitar Center, eBay, or Sweetwater. This is sound dampening foam. If you're cheap, like I was in the beginning, for sure, just get some moving blankets, but eventually you want to get some of these Oralex panels because number one, they do the job, but number two, they look good. So when you're making your profile video, when people see that behind you, they're going to know this person's a professional, even though obviously in the beginning you are not, but you are never letting on. You are a professional right from the start. Get yourself a mic stand. You can get a boom arm and you can connect it to your desk. Let's see. You want to get some editing software. So I use Adobe Premiere and I use the video software to do my audio editing. Two birds, one stone, because you're going to need to make a video for your gig page. So, and I highly recommend trying to cancel your 7-day free trial and then say like you're done, and then they'll come back and they'll go, we won't just charge you $22. How about $14 a month or whatever it was? So that's just a little hack right there. Get yourself a nice pair of earphones. Don't skimp on these. Make sure it has this nice little ear covering here. Don't try to earbud it. And then make sure that you have a super quiet room. This is like I think they call it a quiet room, and it makes sure that no sound bounces around, but you obviously don't have to have that. You just have to be in like a basement or away from traffic. You don't want the sound of the wind or the air conditioning or the heater, or even sometimes electricity leaves a bzzz sound. So make sure you don't have any of that. And then you're going to make a gig. And your gig is going to have a demo reel. And so you want to showcase all your different ways of speaking. So I always recommend that you do something that sounds like NBC must-see TV, Jerry Seinfeld, something like that. Just a few seconds, like 7 or 8 seconds of that. Then if you can do this, to do a movie trailer voice in theaters now, that kind of thing. And then maybe like a monster jam. And of course, if you're female, that ain't going to work probably. But basically just showing your entire range. And so I say like a history book, but just any book where you're just naturally reading something and you're just like, Thomas Jefferson walked down the street and talked to Benjamin Franklin and said, it's time to sign the Declaration of Independence. You know, just sounding like your normal self. Then the whole title of this video, character voices. Hey, Lois.
Peter, what are you doing?
I don't know. Yes. Giggity. Oh, hey, Peter. What's happening? All right, and then maybe like an announcement like, please, the movie is about to begin. Turn off all cellular devices and mobile phones. Thank you, and enjoy the show. You know, that kind of thing. So on the Zoom, anyway, you want to make sure that you're not peeking out. And obviously, there's a lot more to learn about sound editing and whatnot, and I can't do it all right here. And I recommend uploading to SoundCloud a few different samples, and these you can then put on the Fiverr site. There's obviously a whole lot of ways that you can promote yourself through Fiverr. I'm on Upwork as well. There's Toptal and Freelancer, and then you got to build yourself a profile. And you can see this Miro board's kind of old. It made some money since then. But get yourself a decent camera. This one was only $400. This is for filming your video reel. And so you can see there's my video demo right there. It's just me. This is actually in a studio apartment when I started. This is just in a little 4-foot closet space between my bathroom and the rest of my studio. And so I didn't even have internet at the time. I had to record myself at home and then take it to my job and do my editing and put this all up on the web for people. So you can start at the most humblest of beginnings and get somewhere. Get yourself a little teleprompter if you can't memorize a script and look right into the camera. You might be able to find them cheaper. I haven't been able to. $50. And then, I'm a vetted pro now, but there's all kinds of things that you can do on your gig page in order to promote yourself. This is an old Miro that I've used, and I didn't realize like all the text was missing because I had changed the background color. So anyway, Make sure that you fill in all available gig offerings, your categories, skills, the FAQs, the samples, certifications, filters. You want to make sure that you don't filter yourself out. Make sure that you have several different gig pricings. So I have a $5 gig. Well, actually, it's $25 now, and a $100 gig. So the packaging and the extras, we'll go into that in a little bit more. I'll record anything for your project. That's a crap title. You want something more like I will speak with a deep, epic voice. Everything, a lot of this gig is in these titles. So you might have to play around with it a little bit. But once you get the right one that attracts people, then they'll just show up. That's the cool thing about Fiverr. You don't have to go seek out clients. You make a killer gig page and they come to you. So I got 3 gigs here. One starts at $100. One starts at, this one's my video one, video spokesperson. And then we've got my $25 one and my $100 one. These are exactly the same, except there's just going to be some people who will put on a filter to only look at gigs that charge $100 or more. And so I want to be included in that, so I make sure that I have a $100 gig. But it's basically the same thing. But again, some people just want to pay more. So we got your $5 gig, like I just said, and your $100 gig. When you're first starting out, you just need to copy other people because you don't know what to do. I sure didn't know what to do. That's why I'm making this video, so you can literally just copy me. I know so many people say that in these videos, but I mean it. Literally just copy me. So you can go to somebody else's gig or use mine. You know, I just lay it out. I will give you up to 75 words for $25. Here's my SoundCloud. I also made some Vimeos. Actually, these were gigs that were that I made for other clients, and then they allowed me to post them. But in the beginning, you might have to make some mock samples for other people. And all this stuff that I offer, I didn't know what to offer. I only thought that, you know, voiceover was like movie trailers and maybe television commercials or something. And there's so much. Just think about like the answering service at somebody's law firm. I just did one of those, and it's just like, thank you for calling whatever law firm. And they needed to sound professional. You know, it's crazy how much work is out there. Make sure that you have several different packages, so you can start one at 100, add a little bit more for 225, and do like the whole bonanza for 450. And these extras are fantastic. So you can charge for commercial rights, for broadcasting rights. You can charge whatever you want too. I can make it $1,000 for broadcasting rights. Now, will somebody click on it? Probably not. Maybe though. So I just try to keep it pretty reasonable. I don't try to gouge people. I want them to be repeat customers and come back. And in fact, there's a lot of times where they want to pay me more. And so they will, well, they can tip, you know, which they do a lot of times, but also just add on some of these extras. So I definitely recommend charging for all these things. And then if they don't click on them, that doesn't mean that you can't still give them for free, because they'll think they're getting this great value from you. Maybe you charged them only $25, but you gave them a 6-hour delivery. You were able to do it that day in less than 6 hours, and you can even let them know, hey, I just went ahead and tagged on the 6-hour delivery. So you're bringing that value to them. People love getting a deal. And the name of the game, at least on Fiverr, is getting these 5-star reviews. Don't be afraid to ask. Obviously, do a great job, but once you do, ask them or tell them, you know, it would really make my day and help my profile if you would leave me a great review. So get those 5-star reviews, and then Fiverr sees that, and they will help you, and the algorithm will help you. And it's all about getting on that top page so that you get top rated, so that you get more and more clients coming in, so you can charge more. See how it all works and scale. So you can definitely set up your notifications on your phone app. You want to get back to everybody in time, on time, all the time. So communication is very key to growing. You don't want to slough off. You can add other kinds of gigs like I did. I added the spokesperson gig, and that can translate into YouTube ads and Instagram ads and all kinds of stuff like that. And then, like I said, expand from Fiverr, join Voice 123, which I have, voices.com, Voices Backstage, and it goes on and on and on. And then the whole reason that I do this and that we all do this is for freedom. But it could all start off with a character voice. Maybe you're just the goofy guy who does Pee-wee Herman. Yo, I know you are, but what am I? You know, you're just that guy. Or maybe you got a kid that likes to do it. You know, likes to make funny sounds and funny voices, and it could literally all start off with just some silly gig that maybe you do for free, but at least it gives you some experience, gets your name out there. So I hope this video could help anybody, you know, steer yourself in that direction, because guys, it's super lucrative. It's super easy, and you can do it from home. You don't need to have this quote unquote professional studio and an agent. And I know people who do that. But they're on call all the time, and they don't get to go on vacation when they want. And so this is about being able to do something, make money, and still have the freedom to enjoy yourself. So if I was able to help you out at all, please subscribe to the channel. You can see I'm starting to build some momentum here. Please like the video. Every like and every comment helps. And if I can help you in any way, click the link in the description. It's my Calendly link. I talk to you about what I do, where I've come from, where I'm going, and where I can help you go. So anyway, that's all I got. Have a great day, and hopefully we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.